Hi guys, so I'm using my old phone right now. Um, as my quality's a little shitty, I'm texting one of my friends. Um, so I want to do a story time for you guys. This is the time that at Ruby Tuesday that a couple left because of bad service. Now, so basically there's this guy that works there. I'm not gonna say his name. I'll give him a name. Um, Tom. Okay. Tom used to be a really good server. Like he was like on top of it, like constantly. And sometime during the future, or sometime during this couple past years, they said, people would say that he wasn't good anymore. And he started slacking on his serving and everything. Well, one night, I was hosting, I think, that night, and there was this couple, a blonde lady and this guy. I'm not gonna give them names. Um, and they were like trying to get my attention, and they had their food, okay, and I guess he was taking a little longer with their food, and the cooks were back there taking a little longer for their food as well. And they called me over, and I'm like, yes. I'm like, can I help you? I'm like, I'm not your server, but I can get him for you if you need him. And he was like, and I guess, I don't know what was going on. I think we were busy that night, and I think they had just shown up when the rush left. And, I mean, it was bad. Like, I was in the middle of cleaning tables still by the point of them being there. And they came, actually, no, they came, I think, like, right before we closed. And they did this on purpose. They did whatever they did on purpose. So, it was just after we got this big rush. Everything died down. The whole place died down for like an hour. And right before closing, they walked in. They ordered like ribs and steak and some other stuff. And Tom was their waiter. Well, I guess Tom was taking a little while to bring their meals and stuff, and they were getting really pissed. Like they were getting mad. And Tom, the way he does it is when his order is up in the window, he will wait. He makes everybody else do it for him. And he'll sit there on his phone, just texting, just texting. And he just doesn't, he does not care. He will literally leave his shit in the window. And people would be like, Tom, your order's up. Tom, your order's up. Tom, your order's up. And then he just ignores everybody. But, so then they asked me to come over, and I went over to them. And I was talking to them for a minute. And they were like, we want to speak to your manager. Like, we have been here for like 30 minutes, something like that. And they were like, our food is terrible, blah, blah, blah. And I'm sitting here thinking, like, they just walked in like 20 minutes ago. They have not been here that long. And they ate half their meal. Makes no sense. They ate half their meal. And so then I had to go get my manager. And, I was like, my manager's a little busy. No, that's what it was. Okay, they wanted to speak to the manager, but the manager was busy counting money or something. And they were like, well, how long is your manager going to be back there counting money? Blah, 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 blah. Like, what the hell is he doing back there that, what's he doing back there so important that he can't come out and talk to us? And I'm sitting here thinking, well, damn, I'm like, you don't got to be rude to me. I'm not the one who brought you your damn food. So then I went back there and I told him, like, hey, this table's getting really mad. Like, I don't know what to do. And he was just, like, getting really rude with me. And I'm like, don't get mad at me. Like, I'm not the one doing it. So he apologized. And then I went back out and I'm like, sir, ma'am. I'm like, he will be out in a minute. I said, he's really busy. He's counting the money at the end of the night. That's what a manager does. And they literally got so mad. The guy's like, well, I'm not paying for this shit. Blah, 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 and then leaves. Like, the manager comes out and starts talking to him, and he was like, I'm not paying for this fucking shit. I'm not paying. Like, I don't know what happened in, like, the midst of, like, them getting their food and them eating their food and then complaining about their food. It just made no sense. And I just think they wanted to get a free meal because that's what people were doing. And they were there, like, the night of, like, literally, they came in 10 minutes before closing. And they did that so they didn't have to pay the meal. Okay. Story number 2. This one happened back in November. This is going to be a story time about the time my manager at Ruby Tuesday did not want to schedule me. Okay. So back in November, there was this woman working there. I'm not going to say her name. So actually, you know what? I don't give a shit. She doesn't work at my location anymore. But there's this woman there working there named Coco. And when I first heard about Coco, honest to God, no offense, no offense to anybody, I thought that Coco was like a stripper name or something. Like, if you're a stripper, go right ahead, girl. Like, be a stripper. You're not gonna catch me being a stripper. But, and, you know, she didn't like me very well. And I don't really know why. I didn't really do anything to make her not like me. And when I went there, you know, after we got back from, I think it was Pennsylvania, she got so mad at me and, like, would not schedule me at all. Like, would not. And, like, you know, I would always call and be like, you know, can I have a schedule? Like, can I come in? Like, and, like, at Ruby's, the way they have it set up is whenever I want to come in and take a shift, I can come in and take a shift. Or if I want to take over Tony's shift, I can go do that. Well, this particular day, that Friday before, Tony was talking to the main manager and pretty much, you know, asking like, hey, can she come in and take my shift? And she was like, yeah, that's fine. And so when I went in that Monday, I went in to take his shift. And Coco, being the bitch she is, if you ever see this, Coco, I don't fucking like you. But anyway, so I walk in and we're pretty busy, and I thought she would love the help. You know what I mean? I thought she'd like the help. And I go in and I'm like, you know, I'm walking in, you know, and I'm getting ready to go in the back. I'm already dressed, I'm in my uniform and everything. And she looks at me and she goes, what are you doing here? And I said, I'm taking Tony's shift. She goes, no, you're not. And then I got pissed. Like, she looked at me and goes, no, you're not. And I'm sitting here thinking, I don't know what the hell's up your ass, lady, but you're really pushing it. So, Gabriel. But no, and then, so I go home that day, and I'm pissed, like, and I emailed corporate. I got a hold of corporate quick. Like, I emailed them straight when I got home. And I complained on her. Come to find out, when I actually talked to the person, she, was being complained by a lot of other people. And she was blaming me. She was saying that I was the only one doing it. Which I wasn't. But, anyway. So, eventually, I saw bitching about her. She went and got sent to another location. We still see her every now and then. She still comes in, every now and then. But she, like, literally, like, doesn't even say a word to me. Like, me and her do not exchange words. I cannot fucking stand her, like, at all. But anyway, so that's the end of this story. If you want to hear more stories about Ruby Tuesdays, then let me know. I'm even going to do 5 things. If you notice 5 things about a certain place, don't go to them. But yeah, so, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.